Well, welcome back to yet another great week of Twisted Transitions. What is happening, guys? Appreciate you guys coming back through this week. We got a great show and stuff for you today. And it looks like you guys are already in the chat, man. Jesus. All right. DJ KP, what's happening, man? I'm glad you caught the show. Mike Lawan, what's happening? Mateo Mixes, what's happening? DJ G, is that Kenny or Kiney? How you say it? I don't know how you say that. Spell it a different way, and I'll say it a better way. All right, so before we get started, I need you guys just to do me a favor like we always do. I need you to make sure that my levels and everything are good. You can hear me good, because once I get started, I kind of get on a roll. So I need to make sure that you guys can hear me and stuff. So if you just give me a thumbs up in the chat and just let me know that you can hear me, we'll go ahead and get started today. I've got a great show for you, but for the first time, I don't have a previous gig to talk about. Like I didn't do a gig last week, guys. So we're just going to go right in to my topic. So I added a topic and stuff this week, and then we'll have a good Q&A and stuff towards the end. All right, good. Everybody, I'm getting the good. All right. So first thing I want to do is I want to tell you guys that I really appreciate you guys coming on. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to need you to stick with me and stuff, because next week and the week after, there won't be any show. I won't have a show next week. Won't have a show following week. I've got family reunion next week, and I've got a concert the following week. So it won't be on here. I'll bring pictures. We'll talk about it, and we'll maybe have different topics about what I've seen and what we did. But for the most part, I won't have a show and stuff for the next 2 weeks. But good news is when I get back, I believe I have a guest lined up. So we'll be able to get you guys a guest and stuff on here, and we'll be able to talk to him or her. Who knows? Both of them hit me up, so we'll see if we can go ahead and get that going. Cool. All right, so I got that out the way. Let's talk. Let me pull up my notes here. And you guys don't mind the gray and stuff in the head today. I don't know what's happening in my hair today. My hair is like super gray today. I don't know why. It's probably because of my stress levels and stuff that I just have from a daily life. You guys ever just had life just hit you? No, I'm Romeo Great. I'm not DJing my family reunion. I'm going to my family reunion. I'm not DJing. I'm not working. Screw that. I'm not working. They can't tell me to work. They asked me to work. That's not what we do. And no, it's not because I'm not getting paid for it. I just don't want to work. I want to enjoy the festivities. And plus, I'm like of course they choose me to be able to put everything together. Me, my brother, and my mother are putting everything together. So that's neither here nor there. Okay. So, I can't remember who had this idea last week, but somebody had this idea to ask me what services that I would retire coming up. And I thought about this, and I thought long and hard, and I've got some great stuff for you guys. So let's jump into it. All right. The first service that I would like to retire is TVs. Now, in my line of work and stuff here with you guys and stuff as well, you know that we usually have TVs for things like slideshows and monograms and things like that. However, whenever I talk to my clients, one of the things that they don't necessarily care about, because there's certain things that most clients don't care about. This is one of them. Every time somebody gets my main package, the one thing they ask, can they take out a couple of things? And both of them happen to be on this list. But one of the things is TVs, because I don't know if it's like an eyesore, if it just looks bad, if it's, I don't know what it is, but they don't like it at all. So I've seen other DJs put like the TV and stuff up front and the TV and stuff over top. And I mean, that's okay, but I don't have a setup that would allow for either one of those. My setup was basically how this setup is right here. And when I usually ran a slideshow, like I have 50-inch televisions and stuff that I put on each side, but they would give me pictures that wouldn't fill up the whole screen. So literally I'd have, let's see, you can see me down here. So literally the screen would be as wide as this image, and the pictures they would give me would be about this big. So it's almost like it's not even worth it to have it on there. So I think that TVs may be the first thing to go. And it's not because it's an eyesore. It's just because I don't get a lot of people wanting TVs for it. It's great to run like these monograms and stuff on it sometimes, but I mean, we've been there, done that. Plus, it should be more about the music anyway, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Don't kill me in the chat, please. All right. Next thing I want to get rid of: monograms on the wall. I think that this is becoming a thing of the past. This is the second thing that they ask, can they get rid of? And like some people even ask me if they can get like some money back and stuff because it's offered in the package. I'm like, no, it's package. But still, like, I mean, there's not, first of all, the venues here and stuff don't always have the best walls to put a monogram and stuff on. I've got a great projector that I can put stuff on, but a lot of people don't ask for it. And Projectogram does such a great job of making sure that I get a great image and stuff for the clients. However, nobody wants it. Now, I will say that for those guys who have the little TVs and stuff in the front of their booth, or the TVs right over top and everything, that may be beneficial to you. You probably would get good use out of this and still be able to use monograms. It's just that projectors and stuff are kind of becoming a thing of the past. And this is just stuff that I'm noticing and stuff in my area. I like it. I think it makes it look elegant. I think having the couple's name and stuff on the wall looks great. But I can probably tell you that in the last 2 years, I can probably count on one hand how many monograms I did. So you can just tell the service is not the greatest. It's not a big seller and stuff. It may be like a trend. Now, it may circle back around. I'm not like about to sell my projector or anything like that, but it may circle back around. However, right now it's not one of the popular choices. Now, the next thing may surprise you. No, it's not lights, it's haze. I think it's time for me to go ahead and let haze go. I think it's done. Now, granted, it does make lights look incredible, but most venues do not allow it here. Now, I kind of listen to these guys. I listen to your Rick Webbs and all these guys who use haze machines, and I agree with them up to a certain degree. However, whenever I take it to a venue, it looks great, but it has set off the alarm every single time. I don't know if it's the type of alarm that is used at these venues, and then some venues see it and they're like, nope, you can't have a fog machine in here. I'm like, no, it's not fog, it's haze. It's like a light mist. No, none of that and stuff in here. And so I'm just shut down anyway. So this is another one. You know, this is not a part of the package and stuff. I just like to do this so stuff looks better on video, stuff looks better in person. It makes you feel like you're in that club-like atmosphere. But it's kind of obsolete, guys. I mean, even for proms, I would have loved to use this for proms. There's only one venue that let me use it for proms this year. The other venues are like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I'm going to have to go ahead and get rid of haze and stuff too. Maybe use it for something fun, or maybe I don't know. I'd have to kind of make up a scenario to make it to where it's actually interesting. But that's another one. Another one. And the last thing that I'm going to probably let go of is this guy. Now, I know a lot of you are like, what? You gonna get rid of this? Yeah, I think it's about time. I think it's about time to go ahead and let this guy go. This guy has been great. Now, I think I may hold on to it for, just a little bit until I can work in my rotation. But most of my clients and stuff now want the facade look. I've had more brides who follow me on Instagram go through my Instagram, look at the different setups, and they continuously pick the facade and everything in front. For some reason, they don't like this cage look. I don't know if what it is. And I even told them, I said, well, I just tried to see if it's the cage or if it's just the dynamic of it. And yeah, I even tell them, I could put like a linen thing over there. No, we don't like that. We like that facade look. It just looks cleaner. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I really still love to use this guy for outside events and stuff too. It's real easy to set up. I can put it anywhere. I don't have to have particulars and stuff outside. So maybe for some outside events where the brides are not that picky, I still may use this. But if somebody made me an offer on this guy, I think it's time to go. I think it's time to go ahead and move on and stuff from. I've had a couple of offers and stuff on it. And I didn't take it at the time, so who knows? But I think after 2023, you may not see me use this guy anymore. Why, you may ask? Well, because I've got this guy coming in. And it should be here right around August, right around my birthday. So hopefully I will have this guy in and I'll be able to take I'll have the two setups. One is this one with the facade behind me, and the other one is the facade in front of me, and I'm behind it on the table. I think that's going to be the two setup look, and we're just going to go with that. But yeah, this guy right here will be coming with me from now on. Once it gets here for the high-end events, second tier will be the facade in front. And if you don't really care how the setup and stuff looks and you just want me to just kind of be there because you love my music, maybe you'll get the event table for package one. But I figured I'll have a different setup for each package. What do you guys think? What do you think about a different setup on every single package? Let me know in the chat and stuff what you think about that, because I thought it was a great idea. And I figured when you get a nice, elegant wedding, it's good to have something like this in tow, ready to go. Let me know what you think. Uh-oh, look at DJ Reese. I would never use, look at this. See, let me show you guys this. Look at this. I would never use a cage front for weddings, especially. DJ Reese, if this is your first time following me, I have used this thing so many times. Because I think I light it well. You know, I light it, up under it. I light it around it, so where it kind of takes away from the fact that it's a cage. But I mean, I know some DJs who do their totems without the skirts on them. That's still a cage look. I thought that, it gets the job done. Are you worried about how it looks to your guest, or are you worried about how I play music? Because I'm great at both. I can make both happen. It really doesn't matter. But you guys let me know and stuff down in the chat what you guys think, because I think this is the way to go. Everything is already in motion, and this is what we'll be getting back to. Oh yeah, I can't wait. Fall weddings, here we come. Okay, so next topic that I want to talk about. You guys see this right here? Yeah, that looks nice and clean. Yeah, that's just, man, that's a great speaker. Love that thing. You know what I don't like? I don't like this. I have such a hard time at my events with clients, people putting glasses, cans on my, and this is not a brag or anything like that, okay? Please don't take it as that. But this is a $2,700 speaker, and you're sitting your $5 beverage, $2 beverage on it like it's nothing. If this glass pours backwards and falls in to this speaker, you blow that. And your client is liable. Your couple is liable for this. And this is what you choose to do. I mean, I can't tell you guys how many times I've got finished with the function and I've got cans, broken glasses, half-filled cups, plastic cups, no matter what they're serving. And all this is sitting on my speaker like they're right. Literally like they're right. Like, you got to be kidding me. I can't stand that. We spend all this money on this equipment for people to think that this is a table. Now, here's another thing that gets me about people. Even if you're intoxicated, this is what gets me about people. You'll be on the dance floor, you're dancing. You decide that the dance floor is a great place for your beverage. That's cool. I can roll with that. But then you're like, oh, I want to dance harder, so let me put my drink down. So you do this number right here. Oh, the DJ speaker looks like it's going to be the best place for this. Hey, Susie, let's just sit your drink down right here. What? Are you kidding me? So usually if I can catch it, if I'm not in the groove, okay, if it's just one of those nights where I'm not really in the groove and I'm paying attention to that, oh, I take your drink, I pour it out, and I set the glass on whatever table's near me. And you got to go get another one. Because first of all, I want you to leave from out of that area. Have to go get your drink. And hopefully you don't come back to this area. Hopefully somebody stops you. Somebody wants to shake your hand. Somebody wants to talk to you. But I'm not talking about the bride and groom here. We're just talking about guests. I don't usually have a problem with my couples actually sitting this stuff down. This is purely guest. And I just don't get it. I don't get it. Last 3 weddings were outside. Last 3 weddings all had the same thing. When you see the event that, the gig log that comes out on Sunday, that wedding had a ton of cans. A ton. All these Michelob Ultra and White Claws and all that stuff is around there. I can't stand it. It almost makes me want to do this right here. It almost makes me want to do that. Makes me want to get a sign, put it on here, and just says, no drinks here. Why should I have to do that? This is common sense, right? This is common sense. I mean, it says it right there, no drinks. But you would think that people who care about other people's stuff. Like if you cared about it and you cared about what's taking place, you wouldn't sit your drink down there. I'm ranting and stuff about this because it's an ongoing problem. It's real bad. It's really, really bad. And I have some pet peeves and stuff when I'm at these functions. I really do. I don't have a lot of them, but I do have some pet peeves. This by far is one of them. If you guys can't tell, it's food and it's sitting drinks on my stuff. I can't take it. You guys, please let me know how you handle this. Maybe you guys have a better way of handling it. My way is if I see it, take it, pour it out, set it on the table over there. I don't care how much you paid for it. At that time, you disrespected my equipment, so your drink is no longer relevant at all. So I'm going to pour it out. I don't care where you got it from. I don't care how long it took you to get it. None of that matters to me at that point. But just let me know. Let me know in the chat. I can already feel the chat blowing up right now. Because you guys usually have opinions about some of the stuff, most of the stuff that I'm talking about on here. But yeah, I should have added a slapping gif because there's so many that I could have added. I probably should have added that. But yeah, please let me know how you guys handle this, because me personally, I don't do well with this. Sometimes I want to take a picture and just show you guys. Next time it happens, I'm going to show you guys, be like, see, this is what I told you. Oh man, I knew I was going to rant a little bit on that. Sorry for the rant. I know you guys feel me, but some things just have to be talked about. All right, let's check out the chat and stuff a little bit, see what you guys are saying, because I don't want to not look at the chat and stuff here. Look at this. Look at some of these things. On your expensive ass ish, yeah. Yeah, Mike Lewan, that is a hoverboard. I figure this behavior is hard to curb, as it's been like that for even the subs or clubs. Yeah. And then another thing is, like, I used to have subs I used to have Mackie subs, and then I had QSC subs, and when I used to do college parties, it was even worse. College parties, they would still sit all their drinks and stuff, and it would be, a wedding, it would only be like maybe 4 or 5, but college parties, they thought that was a table. Like, it would be tons. And I remember this one girl, one time, she sat her drink and stuff down, and she danced in front of the speaker, and then she bumped the speaker, and it literally knocked over her drink, and all I heard was, that's all I heard. Speaker died. By some miracle, I turned that speaker off, let it sit there and stuff for a second, because I'm at a gig now. I mean, I got to keep playing. And it came back alive. I don't know how it did, but it continued to work after that. But that's all I heard was just like, that's all I heard. I do the same thing. See, I'm not alone. Maybe the sign at the top. That's the problem I have with old table and cloth setup. I have people leave their drinks on my table. Right. That's another reason why I don't like to put the little, on the event table too, you got those little corner plates and stuff. People think that's a table. They'll sit their glass and stuff. So I stopped bringing the table. I stopped doing that. Like, we're not going to do that. Evo, only good thing is the top slant. Yeah. Yeah, but you still got a sub. As long as you got a sub, that's a tray. To them, that's a tray. Yep, thought about putting short and small facades on the front of the subs. Yeah, but see, that kind of takes away and stuff from it when you do that. Because they're already having trouble leaning against the facades and stuff like that. You guys got some great ideas, but you got to think about that in the actual world. And that just puts more work on us and more things we got to clean. And it just sucks, man. It's like, have some respect for people's stuff, man. Would you want me to come to your house and put my feet on your couch? Like with my shoes on? That would be the equivalent to me. That's the equivalent. You came to my house and you put your glass and stuff on my speaker. $2,700 speaker. Your $5 drink. Care and common sense goes out the door with alcohol. Woo. Can somebody please read that again? Yes, it does. Of course, Solstice comes in here and says something. I don't care. Scout the drinks. My ICO subs are waterproof, basically. See, Solstice has got a solution for everything. I don't buy water-based, water repellent or water whatever resistant stuff. I buy stuff that is supposed to work under the conditions that I need them to work in, not so they can do whatever the hell they want to do. Yeah, there we go. I poured a drink out. Right. That's just what I do. DJ KP never knew how disrespectful guests could be. Oh, the disrespect at weddings. Maybe I should. I may not talk about that on here. I definitely can't make a video and stuff out of that because somebody's gonna see that, and I will rant for a very long time. Let's see. Make sure you guys appreciate you, Scotty. Oh man, and unfortunately, a avoidable part of being an event DJ, get insurance, y'all. Hey, he's right. Mike LeWan is right. Get insurance. I definitely have insurance. I definitely have it. I use Canopy, guys. By the way, Canopy Insurance. No plug for them. I don't get anything special, but I use Canopy. Another reason I use 2 subs every gig. I gladly would love to test your comments. See, so since now you started something. Okay. Next, I've got a great one here that I'm actually dealing with at this very moment, and that's what made me think about this. So let's go back in here. So the next topic that I want to talk about is right here. Okay. So you get a client, whether it be for a wedding, whether it be for whatever it's for. You get a client, they go through the process, everything, and they wanting to do it. They email, they tell you, man, I really want to use you. I really want to do this. Okay, cool. My tactic and stuff, not really a tactic, but the next order of business is for you to sign the contract, pay your deposit, and then 3 days before the event, go ahead and pay your balance. What I'm running into and stuff as of late, and I don't know why, I'm assuming it's because these clients have been burned and stuff before, but some of the way that you guys, not you guys, but some of the way the clients find me, there's really no reason. I've really have not given them any reason to think that I'm some type of fraud or whatever. But what they want to do is they want to pay day of. I do not do day of services anymore. I can't. There's too many variables that happen on day of. Here's why I say so. If I'm doing an event and you want to pay me day of, you can't drink that day. Not you as a DJ, the client. Because now you don't know what your checkbook is and you're intoxicated. Now you want to use a debit card or a credit card and such's got your card. And I have to track you down. I'm not a bounty hunter. Okay. I'm not going to track you down for a payment that should have been paid well before then. I listened to DJ Woo Pig a long time ago, and this made perfect sense. He said, if you have to pay the venue ahead of time, and you have to pay the caterer ahead of time, and you have to pay the flowers ahead of time, what's the problem with paying the DJ ahead of time? And when you think about that, that makes perfect sense, right? I mean, to me, it does. I'm still providing a service, so therefore, pay me ahead of time. Now, I know there's a problem and stuff out there where these DJs are getting money and running. And look, they're making it bad for all of us. But if I've got a reputable business, I can't run my business effectively if I am not compensated ahead of time so that you could just relax day of. You don't even have to bring your checkbook or any form of payment day of. The only thing you would have to bring in, if you want to, is a tip if you want to do that. But I don't expect it. So, no, I can't do day of. No, I cannot take a check because I've been burnt by. These are things that I've been burnt by. Yeah, I'm a little burnt as you may be burnt. I've been burnt by a check before. No money in the account. So we can't take checks. Sorry. There is too many digital aspects now for you to use an analog way. So I cannot take a check. I'll take a hit on the 3% if you want to use the card. Or you can mail me, if you now let me back up a little bit. If you want to mail me a check, you can mail it to me ahead of time, but I have to receive it and cash it before the function. If I can't cash it, the function is not going on. And so, I'm running into something right now where the gentleman wants me to do his event, and I'm willing to do his event. I have the availability to do his event, but he has not signed the contract nor paid the deposit, and his final balance is due tomorrow. Now, I gave him a little leeway because he said he was, out of town. He had to come back in town. I usually don't do day before. I usually do 3 days before, but I gave him a little leeway. Well, that leeway ends tomorrow because I can't properly prepare for this function if it's not going to happen. So I don't think it's going to happen. I think that you should give them at least 3 days to a week before the function. I think clients should pay about that time. I don't know what venues and caterers and flowers and all that. I don't know how they do it. I don't know what they require. I know they require a deposit, but as far as final payment, I don't know when. I usually have my clients pay a deposit within a week after you have signed the contract. So you don't have to pay it as soon as you sign the contract, but you do have to pay it within a week. Signing the contract still does not hold your date. It has to be both of them. Contract and deposit holds your date. Your date is still available if you've signed a contract. That's just the way it is. I have been burnt one too many times and stuff by that. I go out and supply the whole service, and then nobody's anywhere to be found. And then it's like I've had too many situations where I've had to track people down for checks and for payments, and they have to look for, Aunt Susie, who's got, the checkbook, who was supposed to be in hold of it, and then she thought that you were supposed to have it, not you personally, but the mom or the dad. She thought that they were supposed to have it and they didn't, and it's just a whole thing. So I would like to know in the comments, and I know this is a big topic because we all go through it. I would like to know what you guys require for your clients for payment. And to any new DJs who are watching this on repeat or in here right now, if you don't want to learn the hard way, you should listen to this. You should set standards for your clients. As they set standards for you, you should be setting standards for them. Because if there's no standards, people get walked over. It's just bottom line. And industry pros in this industry know how to set standards. And if this is what you want to do, you better have some. You better have some, because you will get taken to the cleaners. I promise you. I promise you. I'm speaking from experience. That's what I like to tell young people and stuff like that. It's like young people, they try to think that we are trying to overtake their process and overtake what they think it should be, when really you're just given knowledge. I wish somebody would have given me this when I was back at your spot, but they didn't. I had to learn. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been burned. I had to learn. So I'm just putting it out there and stuff, guys, because I just feel like it's necessary. I want us to stop getting burnt and bring our industry, our niche and stuff back to a reputable niche. Because I can promise you that those bands that are going out to these high-end weddings are not showing up if they have not been paid. And that's no knock against them. I just think it's only fair. I think it's only fair. We should be paid ahead of time for services. Nobody should be asking any questions. And if they do, just tell them exactly what I just told you. Well, ma'am, you pay for the venue, you pay for the flowers, you pay for the caterer, you pay for this, that, and the other 3 weeks in advance. What's the problem? What's the problem? So that's my rant on that. Okay. I just had to get that out there because I'm currently dealing with that. Sometimes, stuff that I'm going through the week is actually a topic. Who knows? Let me know in the comments and everything down below and in the chat and stuff what you guys think about that. And we'll circle back around to that because I've got another topic, my last topic. You guys still with me? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you're still with me. I'm glad you guys are rocking with me and stuff, man. We talk about some great stuff on here. These are some great nuggets. Just pass it on. All right. Next thing I want to talk about. Oh, man. This is a good one. This is a good one. All right. So, reviews can make you or break you. Okay. I wanted to bring something up before I started here. I want to show you this. If I can just pull it up here. Here we go. I want you guys to pay attention to this. So it says here, this is from Google. I Googled this today and I wanted to just take that clipping and stuff out of here. So it says over 81% of consumers are likely to visit Google reviews prior to visiting a business. Research shows that 81% of the internet users report that they are likely to check Google reviews before they visit a business in person. This percentage is up from 63% last year. So the reason why I put that up there is because your reviews are so important. Let me give you for instance. So I have a DJ that rocks with me and helps me out with some gigs. His name is DJ Mike. Mike, if you're in the building, I'm just going to, just put a little bit of our situations and stuff out there. But we had a client who, and we actually still have ongoing clients, whenever they ask for me and I'm not available and I really hype, Mike up, they want to know two things. They want to know what his social media is, and not in any particular order, but they want to know his social media and they want to know his, Google reviews. Can they look and find his Google reviews? Google reviews are huge. Think about what you look at on Amazon when you're purchasing something, or when you're purchasing something from a DJ, supply shop or something like that. You look at reviews, and reviews are important. And the one thing that you're looking for, at least that I look for, is I want to know all the negative comments. Like anybody can put a good review. Anybody could put that up there, but I want to know what the negative comments, and are they consistent? If you just have one disgruntled person, then cool. But if you've got 5 people saying the same thing, that might be a problem at that establishment. Same thing when you're looking for a restaurant. When you are looking for a DJ, you go on Google and you say DJ's near me. And then you look down and you see, now that's entertainment. That's my company. Now that's entertainment. And you look at the Google reviews and stuff, and you've got 5 stars across and everything's going great. You want to read those reviews and see, what experience everybody has. And I have had customers just call me based on reviews that they don't know a price, because no prices on Google or anything like that. They want to know what it would take to get you. And that's just based on reviews. So I say to you when I say all of that is follow up with your clients afterwards if you don't already do so. You need to have a system down, a method, some way to get these reviews. Now I want to say either 56 or 57 reviews. They're all 5-star. Thank goodness. Cross my fingers. But I want like at least 100 to 150, because of course, the more you get and stuff, the better it looks. But people are literally going down a list and stopping at my company and saying, well, this guy's got all 5 stars. He doesn't have 4.5. He doesn't have 4. He doesn't have 1. He's got all 5 stars. Well, let's see how much it costs to get him. And I will get a gig just based on Google reviews. I meant to take a screenshot of Honeybook and show how many people I get from, because I have 3 different things. If you haven't gotten me from a vendor, if you haven't gotten me from a repeat client, the next thing that I book the most gigs off of is Google. Google. And you guys got to make sure that you upload some pictures. Get some pictures from your photographers that do that, because I've got pictures and stuff on there that, you know, just showcase some of the stuff that I've done. I've got links to my website. Everything. Like, Google is very, very, very important. Make sure you guys are getting these reviews from these clients, because it means the world if they're looking for you. It means the world if they're looking for a DJ in their area. It makes total sense to have your numbers and your reputation up on Google, because that's all it is. It's your reputation without talking to you first. It's your door in. So just think about it when you're in your shoes and you're looking for a hotel. Are you going to go to a hotel that's okay? Let's just say you got 2 hotels. You got one that's a 3-star and you got one that's a 4-star. I'm sorry, I said 2, but you got 3 hotels and you got one that's 5-star. Well, the 5-star is only $70 more than the other 2. You're going to pay that $70 so you can get that 5-star hotel. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You make sure you get those reviews, and get those reviews especially if you have slaughtered the gig. If your couple comes up to you afterwards and tells you, man, you killed it, make sure you send them a review. Most couples, the average couple, I looked this up too, the average couple does not leave for their honeymoon until the Monday following the Saturday. That means that there is a whole Sunday that you can send a review for. I can't tell you how many reviews I've gotten on the very next day from the gig. And all I did was, it's automated on Honeybook for the next day to send it out. Because once I learned that most couples don't leave until Monday, why not send that out? They're checking their phone, they're uploading stuff. They'll do a quick review for you. It doesn't have to be extravagant. The review doesn't have to be crazy. The review, you want to get the number and you want them to get them to praise you in whatever capacity that is. That's why I say that this is important. It is very, very, very important to get these things, because I'm not paying for wedding wire. I'm not paying for the knot. I'm not paying for any of that stuff. I will pay for basic advertisement, maybe on Facebook or Instagram, things like that. But I'm not going to pay high dollar when Google is right there, and Google can get you. Google probably would get you more leads than what you would pay. Let me not say leads, because I hate that word. Google will get you recognized almost faster than the wedding wire and the knot for people in your area. Think about that, because these wedding wire and stuff like that, they're going to send you the lead, but they're going to send multiple leads and stuff out. Google does have multiple DJs, but if you've got 155 star, you're already if you can rank at the top, that's free. It's free. You don't have to pay $2,000 to get ranked high. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Anyway, that was my rant and stuff for today. I hope I didn't take up too much time. Now I leave it open to you guys for Q&A. I haven't had anything to drink, so I'm going to have some water. You guys throw your questions and stuff in the chat. I hope you enjoyed all the information that I've provided and stuff today, because I had to get it off my chest, man. That was a lot of stuff, right? But yeah, these are just things that I wish I would have learned a while back, but now I do know it. So now it's very important. Now I go after it. So let me know in the chat and stuff what questions and stuff you have for me. I'm going to be revisiting the chat here for a little bit, just to see what you guys have been saying. Okay. What we got here? All right. DJ Reese, agree. Contracts are important and state in the contract all the requirements. They must sign the contract and pay the non-refundable booking fee. Hey, that's a key word right there too, guys. The key word in that whole statement right there is non-refundable booking fee, because they're reserving a date and you've taken that date off the map. So, you know, when clients call in and say, hey, you got that date, and you tell them, no, it's not available, you know, that's why it's non-refundable. That's very good. I'm glad you have that in there. I don't care what else they have to pay. The only thing I care about is I'm getting paid. Well, you know, Mateo, I get it. I get it. You just want to make sure that they're able to pay every time. That's all I'm concerned with. I want you to get paid every time. That's all. All right. You guys are with me and stuff on that. Not showing up if you haven't been paid is a whole other beast. I'd show up to not get sued, but still, well, here's the thing, DJ Lazy Kid, all I'm saying is I'm not showing up if I haven't been paid. You can't get sued if you haven't been paid. You can't get sued if there's no contract. You can't get sued. There's nothing, there's no binding agreement. There's no binding agreement. Now, if all has been taken care of and I don't show up, now we have a problem. But if we haven't taken care of what we need to take care of, I'm not showing up anywhere. DJ G Kinney, it is, reviews are important, but sometimes people say they will, but never, but event, wait a minute, will, but event, I guess eventually, but then they don't do it. I consider bringing a table to the event and no, I think, because, okay, you know, I told you that I only have 56 reviews. Well, you got to think I've done way more events than that. So I'm close to like 20% on reviews. Like 20% of my clients will actually leave a review. Here's a little nugget that I didn't put in there, DJ G Kitty. When you do your sit down and you talk to the clients, the couple, and you guys are going over everything, you can actually talk about the review and stuff during that time. Now, that's not going to guarantee you, but I do that. And, you know, they usually say, oh, yeah, I mean, once everything's done, if tonight's great, I do not mind giving you a review. Then you've already planted the seed. And then when that link comes through, then they usually take care of it. It doesn't work every time, but that may get you some more. Just try it out and see what you think. Mateo's Mixes, a video review is always better than a written review. Oh, okay. Okay. That would be nice. Only time I would ever get a video review is probably for like a gig log or something like that. It's so much stuff going on at the end of the night. You know, trying to capture content, trying to do every little thing you could possibly do. Sometimes it's a little tough. Sometimes it is a little tough. But I see where you're coming from. Mateo's Mixes. Well, my movers are still on the way. I got the big 230 watt movers. I heard a lot of 50-50 feedback on them until I give them a trial, see what I think about it. Okay. All right. I'm not sure which movers you're talking about. Are those the Chinese ones? Is that the one that I put on here before? Is that the one I demoed on here, Mateo's Mixes? I'm not sure, but if it is, I think you'll like them. You know, to a certain degree. I think you'll like them. I may be ready to part ways with them. Not because they're bad. It's just I don't see much use out of them. I don't. Solstice in the building again. Let's see. Those 230 Chinese beams suck. Solstice, please, bro. You are killing. You let these guys figure out for themselves. Let them figure out. Don't drag them. Look, it may not work for everybody. Like, look, those Chinese lights from Rick, the both lights and stuff like that, they're great. I enjoy them. All right, good job, G. Kenny. Sometimes you got to keep bugging him over and over. Yeah, sometimes. If I look, I'll try twice. That's kind of my rule of thumb. I'll try twice. If I can't get you, I'll try once, like before your honeymoon, and then I'll give you until like the Monday, usually when you get back, and maybe that Wednesday, I have it set up to send you out another one because, you know, you're back and you're not just unpacking, like you're back and you're back in your rotation of work. So I usually have it sent out like that Wednesday. But if I don't get anything after that Sunday or that 2 Wednesdays after, then I just let it go. It's a lost cause. Let's see. Mateo's says, have heard that feedback, Solstice, but I got them to test them prior to purchase, but they do have a 4-month return policy. Okay, that's what's up. I want to say your name right. Is that DJ Gout? I'm hoping that's what it is. Can the Wolf Mix 1 control well? You guys write it so different. Can the Wolf Mix WMX1 control well the JMAS Versa Flex Bar? I know it has some JMAS lighting and stuff in there. I'm not sure if it controls that particular one. I'm not sure, but look, it had those shed lights in there. It had JMAS lights in there. It had both lights were in there. It had, I mean, it has a lot of lights, and plus it also has where if it doesn't have the light, you can actually program it based on the channels, and you can, you know, put it in manually. Let's see what else we got here. DJ KP, do you have a template that you can send to a bride and groom for song requests and naming? What I use is Vibo. And I know some people in here are going to say that Vibo costs arm and a leg. I get it, but I do use Vibo. Vibo is pretty much like a planner, and it allows them to be able to answer all those questions, put the whole lineup of the wedding party, and it they can do songs. They can put in all the songs for their formals and for dancing and all that stuff. So yeah, I do have that, and I send them a link right after we book and the contract and everything's signed. The deposit and stuff is paid. Then I send them a link for the Vibo app, and we go from there. Let's see. Solstice, I do a text or Instagram DM for the reviews. Be pushy. If they loved you, they'll do it. Yeah, it's for some reason it's kind of hit and miss and stuff on Instagram. Like, I get a lot of brides who follow me and stuff on Instagram, but when you send stuff to their DMs as like a, you know, as like a can you do a review, or like if they're asking you about services and, you know, they haven't opened your email and you try to reach out and contact them. Man, Instagram, I don't know if they just get a lot of DMs, but they do not respond on DMs to me. They just don't. Like, I'll be better off having a cell phone number. Let's see, more entertainment events. Back to the topic of having too much gear from last week. Hey, look, guys, these videos right here are striking some. I just want to let you guys know that these videos that I do, that I branch off these topics I talk about, they are striking nerves amongst the DJ community. I have to answer so many people's responses, and sometimes you guys send novels and stuff over to it, and it's crazy. It's crazy, but I still answer it. But this is just one of those topics. So let's see. Back to the topic of having too much gear from last week. Do you think some DJs that are on YouTube, not you, make it feel like you need the newest. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think our niche is one that loves to showboat. I think that our niche, our lane, definitely wants to show off the latest and greatest that we have. The only thing that I like to show, me personally, okay, that I like to show what makes life easier. For some reason, I get a high from passing down knowledge. I don't know why, but like, I guess it's because I didn't get as much as I thought I should get. And now that I'm learning and now that I understand, if it makes life easier, by all means, I'm going to share it. I'm going to show you. Like when I get like that, like I'll give you for instance, like that plug that checks out circuits. I never had that before. But that's such a big deal because of these add-ons and stuff like that I want to show it to you, but I'm not showing it to you and be like, oh man, look at, I got this. Like this is my, like I don't do that. And you know, some DJs do want to just flaunt. But that's just naturally, it's no better than somebody who buys a new car and wants to show it off. I'm happy with the vehicle I drive, so yeah, I definitely do. They think to be successful, you got to have all the latest and greatest, but that's not correct. That's not the correct. All right, more entertainment. I gotta sell my kidney to use. Oh my gosh. Okay, you're probably gonna need to find a CRM that's great for you. So you kidding? Oh boy. Oh man. I'll tell you this is JayBook. Would you use haze and stuff if godly? Would you, okay, okay, snap out of it. JayBook, would you say haze and stuff is only meant for theme parties? Yeah, and it's okay. So we about to strike solstice right here, right in the chest, right in the heart. Yes, I don't think haze and stuff should be used outside of kids, themes, or things like that. Showcases, big club type events. I don't think haze is for that. I don't think haze is for a wedding. It's my personal opinion. Some people will beg to differ. All right, DJ Reese, have you used DJ Intelligence? If so, any thoughts? No, I have not. I'm not even sure what that is. A company, what's that company's name that keeps reaching out to me? They actually just reached out to me while I was on here. They keep reaching out and they keep asking me. Man, hold on. Request now. I keep getting them. I don't know what that is. I get a couple of these companies that just reach out. They keep reaching out to me, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good. More entertainment. Nah, just raise your rates if necessary. Viable pays for itself, right? I can't. Appreciate that, lazy kid. Because more entertainment had me rolling. I used Viable for a year, and Judy did. Oh, okay. Okay. I used Viable for about a year. My opinion is it's overpriced and didn't make good financial sense. However, it's good. I mean, it's great. It's great for me. You know, like I said, everything is not for everybody. All I can do is put an option in front of you, and you can either jump on it and it makes sense for you, or you can find another option. One thing I won't do on my channel or on anything that I put out there, I won't put out something that doesn't make your life easier. That's my thing on here. I want to make it easier to be who we are. Easier for our niche. That's all I want. If it does that, you'll see me advertise it. I do get some companies that ask me to do certain stuff and stuff like that, and by all means, you know, I'll do that. But at the end of the day, I'll probably end up giving away the product and stuff anyway, because again, we talked about having equipment that you don't use and it's just going to sit in my garage. You know, I had this thing with Shed. Hopefully they're not watching, but I had went back and forth with them because, you know, I was telling them, I was like, you know, you should let me showcase the case and stuff with the lights. Like you should get me the rolling case. And I think it was like $300 or something like that for the case. And the lights are like $230 a piece. So, I mean, basically it's about, I don't know, 5, 8, it's less than $1,000 to get all three. And they told me, and I quote, we sent you the lights in a cardboard box. We're not going to send you the case. Other DJs that we have sent it to, let me make sure I say it right. Other DJ we have sent it to have made it work with the box, just traveling it in the cardboard box. And I responded back to her and I said, so you want me to walk in to a function that I've just charged a client $2,000 to $3,000 for a service, and you want me to walk in with a cardboard box? Yeah, miss me with that. I'll be giving away your lights. You guys don't get to see this side of it and stuff, man. It's kind of ruthless and stuff, man. Like, they're ruthless. Like, I mean, where's this thing at? This thing right here. When I did the thing on the show, they were like, could you take that off? What? This is me. You wanted me to do a review, but this, okay, I'm probably getting into too much here. Probably getting into too much behind the scenes. But anyway, I digress. Just tell the client that the cardboard box is an eco can. Oh man, you guys are always a hoot. All right. So that is our show and stuff today, man. I really appreciate you guys stopping through. You guys are always coming in clutch for me, and I really, really, really thank you. Don't forget that I will be out the next 2 weeks. I'll have content galore coming out. Don't worry, I took care of content, so you guys make sure you like, subscribe, and do that. We're almost 10K. I've got 9,100. I want to definitely hit 10K, hopefully by the end of the year. So hopefully we can do that. So spread the love. Tell everybody you need to follow JayBook. Just follow. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't already done so, because that's how I keep up with the DJ community and put stuff out and stuff too. I'm hoping to be able to put out some more reels and stuff before I leave and get that. So hopefully, you know, you guys will still see some great content, but I'll have some weekly content. Definitely gig laws coming out the next 2 Sundays. So be on the lookout for those. Really appreciate you guys. If you've got events and you're doing something for the 4th, man, kudos to you. I finally get a 4th and stuff off to where I'm not working on the 4th. Thank goodness. So I will enjoy my 4th. Hopefully you guys enjoy yours, and we'll be back fresh and brand new with some great stuff to talk about. Thank you guys again, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Make sure you're living to strive, not to survive. Peace, people.